Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So the other day I was talking with one of my best friends from college, and we were talking about all the things we did and learned in college, and it got me thinking about all the things I wish I'd known before I actually started my freshman year. And so that's what I wanted to make this video about. I wanted to explore the 5 things I wish I'd known before I started college that would have saved me a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of worry, and that would have really just contributed to my overall well-being. Since it's come to that time of year where a lot of incoming freshmen and transfer students are thinking about finalizing their college decisions, so I thought I'd make this video to share my thoughts and at least help one of you out there. So here are the 5 things I wish I knew before I started college. Number 1, it's okay to not know what you want to study or where you want to go in life. In fact, I would even say that's better. I came into college with a plan. I thought I knew what I was going to major in, what I was going to go to grad school for, what I wanted my career to be. A big surprise, none of that happened. I'm on a completely different path in life, and actually something that I'm enjoying a lot more. And so one thing college has taught me is to just embrace things as they come. You don't need to have your life set for you. You don't need to know what you want to do. After I took my first major class in college, I actually hated it. And that's when I started to panic, because this was a subject that I was the best in all throughout high school, what I'd planned to set me into my future career. And so when I hated the class and I knew I didn't want to do that major anymore, I kind of thought my world was gonna come crashing down. All my friends who didn't have a career in mind or even a major in mind, they were the ones that allowed themselves to explore more and to keep an open mind to what is out there in college, because trust me, it's a whole new world. There's so much out there that you don't even know about. The best way to make the most of it is to just go in there with open arms and try as many different. Number 2, you don't need to make friends with every single person you meet. Now I know this seems kind of obvious, but if you're someone like me and you're going to be moving away to college and leaving behind all of your high school friends or the friends from where you live or your childhood, it's going to become pretty easy to start attaching yourself to every single person you meet in the beginning or everyone you just hang out with in the beginning, thinking that you need to rush into making friends because otherwise you're going to be left behind. Trust me, you will meet a ton of people in the dining halls, in the dormitories, in classes, in clubs, everywhere. That is what freshman year is all about. It's about meeting new people, and actually that's what all of college is about. But one thing I realized is that while you will meet a lot of people in the beginning, especially at the beginning of freshman year, the majority of your friend group and probably the core of your friend group won't actually come from just your first semester or even your first year of college. It will be friends that you meet throughout college. So don't rush into making friends. Your friend group and your core of people will come to you in time. Number 3, learn to manage your time wisely. Now, I know you've probably heard this a million times, and you've probably heard this outside of just school context, but just in general life advice. And I definitely know it's easier said than done, but try and learn this as quickly as possible. During my freshman year, my first semester, since it was my first time living alone, I would stay up really late and then I would sleep in the morning way past than I needed to. And it's just a waste of time, honestly. There's so much going on in college. There's never a day where there's nothing going on, that you're just missing out on opportunities if you don't learn to manage your time properly. If you're staying in your dorm room all day, if you're staring at a computer screen, if you're staring at your phone, if you're not out there taking advantage of the opportunities or making friends, then you're wasting a lot of the precious time that you have in college, because college will fly by. Obviously, the occasional sleep in is really healthy and necessary, but don't make it a habit. Don't be waking up at noon or at 1 p.m. when you could have been waking up at 8 a.m, going to the gym, going out to get breakfast with friends, or going to a club meeting. The easiest way is to just make small changes every day and try and stick to them, and sooner or later they'll become habits. By the end of my freshman year and for the rest of college, I had a pretty good schedule that I stuck to, and that really made sure that I was taking advantage of every single day that I was there. Remember, eating at proper meal times and getting enough sleep is more important than staying up all night just to pull an A on your exam. Number 4, and this is one of my favorite pieces of advice ever, and that is most of your learning is going to take place outside of the classroom. Yeah, it kind of seems counterintuitive, like obviously you're going to college to get an education and to learn beyond what you could have learned in high school, but most of your maturity and growth are actually going to be coming from real life experiences that don't happen when a professor's lecturing to you for an hour. I'm a person who loves to stay busy, so it was really easy for me to go join sports clubs, extracurricular activities, do research or work So I really took advantage of all the opportunities that were available to me, and because of that, I grew a lot. The person I was as a freshman was definitely nowhere near the person that I grew into senior year. And that's because from being in all of those activities, I met a ton of new people, and with those people came new perspectives. And that's the most important thing about college, is not just learning from your textbooks and from your professors and from your classes, but learning from the friends you make, from their life experiences, and realizing that there's whole worlds and lives out there that you may not have realized exist. And number 5, try and fight imposter syndrome. And actually it's something that affected me pretty early on during my freshman year. I went to an academically rigorous university, and it became really easy for me to feel like I didn't fit in, or that I somehow got in because of a fluke. Everyone I was surrounded by was amazingly bright, had great ideas, they were creating companies, and they were doing 10 times more than I was. They were getting better grades, and sometimes it made me feel like I shouldn't have got in, or that the admissions officer made a mistake or something. Well, take it from someone who personally worked in undergraduate admissions officers don't make mistakes. You deserve to be there just like your friends, just like your classmates, and frankly, just like every other freshman there. You earned your spot, so try and fight imposter syndrome. If you need to, speak to someone you can confide in, make realistic goals and expectations for yourself, and most importantly, try and separate your feelings, which is saying, oh, I don't really think I should be here, from the fact that you are there, and that's what's really important. Okay guys, there you have it. Those are my 5 tips and things I'd wish I'd known before I started freshman year of college. If you're an incoming freshman or transfer student this fall, just remember that college will be one of the most significant experiences of your life. But with that being said, it can only be as memorable or as rewarding as you want to make it to be. So go out there, enjoy yourself. Hopefully you remember at least a couple of these things, and I hope that you have the best college experience ever. Alright guys, so that brings me to the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button below, and see you back here next week for another video.